the game. And the loading is too long. No, they are good. Right, so I'm gonna adjust this. It's gonna be best of 5, and we can jump right into the introduction. So in the top right on the map Galactic Process, spawning as a red Zerg, it's Ptak, playing for Team ProKingz. And his opponent from Team HDGame, it's Lightweight. Spawn as a blue Protoss on the other side. So the first pylon is in the base, which is good. Nobody's doing something cheesy. And just to mind you guys, there's a 2-minute delay, so if you ask something in the chat and I will respond in 2 minutes, don't be surprised. And we got a little lag here, and it looks like Ptak is opening with gas pool into expansion. Very safe build from him. And Lightweight is opening with standard gateway, 1 gas, nothing crazy. I think he's preparing for a pylon block, which will be there because the scout is already on the way. And Ptak is gonna secure his expansion right on time, right before the prop comes. I think he will try to block the third base, which you can take really early as Zerg versus Protoss, unless you scout something cheese like a proxy something. So the gateway is done. It looks like it's gonna be gateway into the Nexus, and nope, it's gonna be right the cybernetics core and then the expansion. I think Lightweight decided because he saw the spawning pool first build from his opponent, which is good. And he's even doing a second pylon down there. And we got a little pause. It looks like we got some problems. And it works really bad, the good game. Okay, I didn't know that. And I'm used to have way more viewers when I cast in Czech, but well, we got some ping issues.
Game resumed.
And it looks like I will be pausing the games because I set myself as a referee. So the game is back in, we got speed on the way, we got second gas and oversaturated first gas. But since Lightweight has a full saturation of his base, it doesn't really matter. So it looks like Lightweight is delaying his expansion, and this probe is really hidden. But Ptak just clicked on the spot where the probe is, so he's gonna deny that. There's a second queen. Oh, it's the first queen. So first queen heading down to the natural expansion. Second queen on the way. We got a depth on the way for Lightweight, and Lightweight should secure his expansion. He has way too much minerals, so the expansion is going right down. Ptak will scout it. There's nothing he could be afraid of because there is a second adept, and they will move across the map pretty soon. And he will try to pick maybe some workers, pick the links if they catch them on the way. Wow. Wait, so the probe is down. The adept is coming back. I think Lightweight plays really safe and he's afraid of some kind of fast link speed all-in. But Ptak is not doing that. Ptak's gonna take his third base right now. His speed is just finished. There's Overlord speed on the way and there's a quick Twilight. It's even in the wall, which is kind of surprising. I thought as a Protoss you need to hide your tech. Maybe here it would be way better. But I think Lightweight wants to wall off as soon as possible. And Ptak's gonna scout everything. He sees the Twilight, he sees the second gateway. So he knows what's up. It's gonna be quick, maybe Blink, but most likely the Adept upgrade or DTs, which could be really good. And there is a quick scout. He can't see nothing surprising. There's a third gateway. I mean, with the Overlord speed versus no Stargate, you can pretty much freely scout everything. So he sees the Twilight, he sees there is the Resonating Glaives upgrade going on for the Adepts. Adepts just move on the map. It's 3 Adepts, should do nothing special. And there's a Banelink Nest and few links for Ptak, just a standard response from the both players. Right now Overlord is escaping. There should be a robotics wave soon on the way. Maybe to add Warp Prism and the Immortals just to transition to the mid game. But Ptak is doing nothing else than droning. And now he's making a few links because he needs to deal with those adepts. Just to remind you, you need 6 links for 1 adept. So right now 4 adepts on the map. If you want to engage it as a Zerg, you need 24 links. Which is a lot. But Ptak is doing a good job. He's counting the whole map. He's looking for proxy pylons, maybe proxy buildings. His evolution chamber is done with +1 going on. There's a drop overlord morphing here. He wants to check if there is a 3rd base, maybe drop even into the main. And Lightweight anticipates it. He's even shading into the main to check if there is an overlord, and there is not. And it looks like it's gonna be Banelink drops from both sides. So you're gonna see some Banelings pretty soon. And Ptak isn't checking. He has only 2 Banelings here. The 3rd Banelink is kinda stuck there. So drops are going from both sides. There is a robotics facility as I spoke. There is already photon overcharge. So he needs to unload. He unloads, but you know, nothing has been done, but he needs to check the main. Nice reaction from Light. He's pulling the probes. I think Ptak needs to pull back. I mean, he hit few workers, but he didn't really done anything special, to be honest. And there's another overcharge. At least he baited the energy, to be honest. Spores are on the way. There are adepts in the main base on the other side. There is the counter attack and no splits. That was some nice connections from the Banelings, by the way. So only 2 adepts will remain. We are trying to shade away, but Ptak needs to run back because I think Lightweight will cancel. Oh, he didn't cancel shade. Well, that's unfortunate for him. But so far, if we're gonna see units lost, just 500 more. It's nothing much. Ptak is looking to be very aggressive. He's morphing 2 more drop overlords and making like 22 links, 22 pairs of links. So he's on the way. He's looking to be very aggressive. There are Stalker sentries. There is a first Warp Prism for the adepts and no 3rd base. Oh, he just denied the probe. Very, very good job by Ptak. He's morphing Lair. I mean, not deny, but he delayed the Lair, you know, just to be safe versus the mid game. And more Banelings being dropped. There's another drop overlord. He needs to load that. There's no 3rd base. I mean, it almost looks like Lightweight is looking for some timing. Now he sees there's 1 drop overlord and Ptak sees the Warp Prism on the other side. But Lightweight needs to react, and he's reacting immediately. Very, very good job. These drops are doing nothing. And we got Blink, Stalkers with Adepts and Warp Prism on the way. I mean, Ptak needs to be ready for this. He has few units in every base. Well, not in the main, but at least on the 3rd base. But Lightweight isn't checking, and the Warp Prism is going down. So there will be no aggression from this guy anytime soon. There was another run by on the other side, but Lightweight needs a 3rd base. Like, if he cannot take his 3rd base, he's just giving Ptak way too much time to stabilize and micro from this. And that means force fields are being baited by the Speedlings. The Speedlings are very, very cheap units, so you can trade it off. And he even lost 2 of the sentries. That's a lot of gas being done. And there are another units. Looks like Ptak have been adding roaches in the meantime. And there will be speed for them pretty soon. 7 more roaches on the way. 4th base there, ready for the drones from the main base. And it looks like after the pressure, Ptak will be finally droning. We're gonna quickly look on the worker count. I mean, the worker count is pretty similar, but the 3rd base is not even halfway done. And there are Speedlings already biting these rocks down. Sorry. So that's what's going on, but on the other side we got a Warp Prism finally with 4 adepts, and there is like 1-2 roaches, which will not do a lot. Ptak needs to pull these roaches back because those adepts will break the mineral line, and those 2 roaches are going back. There's a first link already being killed, and Ptak needs to save the mineral line, and he did it. So good job. But he's finally gonna start saturating his 3rd base. So it looks like game will stabilize. He's adding charge, he's adding immortals, he's finally adding the forge and the dark shrine. So, you know, when behind go dark shrine. It's really, really good. Looks like it was some kind of miss micro because he was like dancing in and out. And the Warp Prism has like 12 HP, which is not really good. And these rocks are going down, but you know, there are already forces prepared, and Ptak needs to pull those back because those are free Zerglings which will not do anything. But Ptak did a good job. He opened like one path, and there's a second path to his opponent's base. So there is an option for it, and it looks like the transition will be Hydraulic with the Lurker then going on. There's a +2 melee and +1 ranged. So it looks like the standard Speedlink, Banelink opener into the Roaches, into the Lurkers. And I think it's really good build because so far Lightweight is adding like Charge Lots, Immortals, Blink Stalkers. There is nothing to counter the Lurkers yet. So he needs to do that pretty soon. Because the +1 is finished. This Warp Prism is going down. Right now his opponent knows that there are Hydras already on the way and he needs to adapt to that. It looks like there will be Speedlink drops on the third base. It's really interesting. And we got 6 Lurkers morphing in the 10th minute of this first game. So far there is no macro hedge. Looks like Ptak's injects are on the point, which is really good when I compare it to mine, where I need like 3 macro hedges. But Lightweight is finally moving across the map, and Ptak needs to defend his gold base. Once he will do it, he will be in the great spot. There are 2 DTs on the way. There is a Spore as a detection, but Ptak needs to react because those 2 DTs can do a lot. There are drones falling down, but it looks like Ptak is focusing directly on this fight. Lurkers being burrowed, and these DTs will finally go down. He lost 4 workers, which is not much. He's on 73, which is good. And those Lurkers finally moving ahead. But there are 5 DTs. But there is no observer, there is no detection. He needs to make an observer. There is 1 finishing right now, heading across the army. But the damage will be massive before the observer will be there. I mean, on the other hand, Ptak hasn't got the observer as well. Right now he has 2 overseers. And he is moving forward. 1 Lurker is going down. Second one has a half HP. He needs to be careful with those Lurkers. He cannot just trade them. Because, as you can see, he's lacking the gas. Even with the 1000 gas as an income, there is nothing much he can do. I mean, he's morphing 1 more, but he's morphing Hydras as well. And with the attack upgrades, he's ahead versus his opponent. But he needs to protect the Lurkers. Last Lurker is going down. And there are only 3 more, which morphed like right after those died. If he snipes the observer, he is okay, but it looks like Ptak isn't paying attention that there is an observer, and maybe he is hidden in front of the clouds. 170 supply versus 112, which is speaking for itself. There's not even a 4th base. Gold's being done. Once he saturates the gold, he will be in the good spot. It looks really, really good for Team ProKingz, by the way, because those Lurkers doing massive damage to this army. There is nothing much left for the Russian Protoss. And I don't know, guys, I think Warping Zealots, that's a good sign of the GG. Oh, there are more Zealots. But he needs to protect them. There is 1 Immortal going down. Second one is really, really low. 1 shot is missing, and with the last Immortal there is nothing much Lightweight can do. Ptak is streaming his units to his 3rd base. Gates being unpowered down. He's even under 100 supply. GG, and Team ProKingz is securing the 1st point in this clan war.